Whoop whoop. So glad to see you guys again. It's been a minute since I have jumped on live. I'm going to give you guys just a second, but if you look at the topic, if you look at the comments, we are launching a new series. It's actually a whole new school as a part of the Burning Messengers Academy. It's what my heart beats for. It's for you, the Burning Messengers, those who have been marked by God, that you guys are hungry, you guys want something real, you guys want something um, biblical but new and fresh. You want the spirit and you want the truth and you want to embody the message of Christ. You guys, I'm talking to those of you who are like, man, I really wish that someone would train me. I wish someone would come and walk alongside me because my heart burns. I want to consume the message of God and I want to know what to do with it. So we're launching this school, Burning Messengers of a New Era. I'm telling you, as I begin to pray about this and think about all the years that we did the fire on the altars, the years that we did the firehouse, and we did the internships there in Clemson, all the different things that we've done over the years, there's one thing that my heart has beat for is to see a company of burning ones raised up and sent into the nations of the earth. Not just as preachers and teachers, not just as missionaries, but as those who have embodied the message of Christ, those who know how to pray, not just because you are checking the box of your prayer time or your secret time with the Lord, but those of you that know how to sit with Him, hear from Him, and move heaven and the earth, and those who don't, who want to learn how, those who have a longing for the prophetic to be purified, those who long to learn about what the true fivefold ministry is, those of you that aren't necessarily looking for a microphone and stage and lights. If you get that, that's okay, but you just want to embody the message of Christ, you are the ones that my heart beats for. I had a dream, I don't know, 5, 6 years ago, probably longer than that. It was before we moved to Georgia. I want to share this dream with you. In this dream, there was a huge stadium. And in the dream, Corey Russell's with me, and there's students and young people. And of course, we use language like Gen Z now, but there was young people all up in the bowl, right? You know how the stadium's like a bowl. There's young people all up in the bowl of the stadium. And I'm standing there with Corey, and Corey looks at me in the dream and he says, Tammy, what do you want? And I begin to groan, begin to weep, travail, begin to just like looked at Corey and I said, I just want to see a generation burn. I just want to see a generation burn. That's the one thing I want. Besides just the power and the beauty and the love of Christ in my own life, I want to see a generation set on fire. And when I said it, the stadium that was full of people sitting in the stands and worshiping began to all empty out and come into the field, and Corey and I grabbed hands like, the Red Rover, and the students began to run under our arms, and just massive students began to run and run and run and run, and then Corey and I began to run together, and then there was a shift in the scene where we came to this gauntlet. And it was shifted from me running with Corey to me running with his young daughter, Hadassah. How many of you know that the name Hadassah was Esther's name before she went into the palace and became Esther? So there's a young generation of Esthers, a young generation of Hadassahs that the Lord is also calling us to lock arms with. But this dream was just seared in my soul. And as I began to pray about what God wanted to do in this season, He said, it's time to raise up the burning messengers. It's time to launch them and begin to run with them. And so I believe it's going to be a multi-generational thing. I think Corey represents the beauty of the prayer movement, of the groan, the tears, the travail, the Nazarites in the dream. I believe that the stadium represents Lou Engle and the Nazarites in the dream. I believe that Hadassah represents the next generation of young women, even that we're going to be running with. I believe that all these things are coming together. So I want to talk to you about this burning messengers of a new era. Why is it a new era? Because the season of stage and lights and celebrity Christianity is going to come to a close. This is not the pinnacle of all things. This is not where we're trying to reach. We're not trying to reach a stage and a platform and lights. Those things aren't bad, but they have become twisted. They have become defiled. Okay. And so the part of the heart of what we're going after right now is during a season of shifting and sifting, during a season of shaking, is to bring in those who are truly have the heart to burn for the Lord, who want to embody the message and teach you how to walk as a messenger in the new era, the era when we have to possibly see no more of an opportunity to necessarily be preaching online or on major platforms. That's not the pinnacle of all things. How can we help you to be trained up to embody the message of Christ, to walk through seasons of sifting, shaking, pain, sorrow, travail, when the time between you're contending for the promise of the Lord? How do you walk as a family in times of sifting? What is spiritual warfare, and what does it have to do with this? What is intercession, and how can you walk as an intercessor, and also understanding the fivefold ministry? All of these things are what we're bringing in to this burning messengers of a new era, time that we're going to spend together. We're going to learn together. We're going to dialogue together. We're going to pray together. And then we're going to hit the ground together. This is not just an online course. This is a boots to the ground. We're going to host the presence of God. We're going to worship together. We're going to see the fivefold ministry raised up in different locations around not just the United States, but around the globe. So part of this next course that we're launching is actually an equipping. We want to be with you. We want to impart to you. We want to hear you out. We want to pray with you. We want to pour into you intercession, the prophetic, the apostolic, evangelism, even teaching you how to pastor and disciple. And then we want to bring you into a room, and or a tent or a stadium or whatever God wants to do. We want to bring you in, and we want to let you minister. We want to let you be the message. Whether you're leading worship, we're going to talk about prophetic worship. Whether you're leading intercession, whether you're teaching, you're preaching, whether you're loving on people, whether you're doing deliverance, whether you're whatever it is. Whether you're leading house church, I don't know. Whether you're leading your own church, I don't care. Whatever, wherever you're at, we're going to meet you there, and we would help you to come up higher. And that's a Revelation 4 reality. When I say come up higher, I'm not talking about build you a bigger platform on the earth. I'm talking about taking you into the place where you're seated with him in heavenly realms, and you're able to know what he's saying, what he's doing, communing with him, being intimate with him, learning how to walk a crucified, cruciform life with him, walking in this place with him, so that you're coming to the next level of intimacy with him, so that you become the message that you preach. Whether you're a pastor or a leader already in a church, whether you're 15 years old and you're just hungry for more, we're going to see the generations come together in this online atmosphere, and then also in the physical when we do gatherings. And listen, specifically, we're already got one planned in October, the Tabernacle on the Table. We're going to do it again, 24 hours. I don't know, maybe we'll do a whole weekend. Worship, prayer, impartation, breaking bread, sitting at a table, coming to the place where we go deeper with one another and deeper with him together. And we're putting language to all the things we've done in the past. If you guys have followed me for long, you've been a part of some of the things that we've done. We're going to put language to it. We're going to teach you how to do it. So we're going to have some really good guest teachers. So this is kind of the format. It'll look like we'll do a live once a month. I'll probably actually go live once a month, so everybody can participate in some of these conversations. But the live Zooms are really, really beautiful to be a part of, because you get ministered to, you get to pray, you get to dialogue, we do impartation, and then the opposite weeks there's going to be video content that you can consume whenever you have time to consume it. And then we're also going to introduce you, to people in your region, so that you can connect with actually people face to face. All the things. And if you have any really good ideas, I'd like to know, how do you think it would be best to engage in an online community where it's not just about going in and you clicking on a video and you watching a course? Like, how can we engage well with one another? How can we, how can we take the online and make it intimate, and then bring that into, a retreat? Like, what's your ideas? Tell me. I want to know. I want to know what you think. I want to know how the best format is in your mind to do this. So anyway, you can sign up on burningmessengers.com. It's always the first month is quote unquote free, but it's not even a charge. It is just a suggested donation. You can pick $15, $30. You can partner with us for more than that, but it's just a suggested donation. Those donations go to help us host events. Um, to be able to do the content itself. But anyway, it helps us, and it also helps you, as you put your money where your mouth is, so to speak, and like, man, I just, want to be a part of this. I want to sow into this kind of thing, because we're 100% committed to sowing into you and seeing you launched into what God has created you for. Not even just what he's called you to. He's called you to himself. That's what you're called to. But we want to see you thrive, and we want to see you strong, and we want to see you encountering him. We want to see you being all that he's created you to be. And so I want to pray for you, and then I'm going to jump off here, but be sure to go and sign up. Our first actual, I think, content is going to be on the Burning Messengers page on April 12th, and then we'll do live on April 22nd. And yeah, all the things. Give me ideas. If you got better ideas than I have, let me know. So, Father, I just thank you for the burning messengers. I thank you for those that have a heart to burn for you, those who want to encounter you in intercession, those who want to encounter you in heaven, but they also want to bring you into the earth. They want to embody the message. Lord, I thank you for those that have just like, I've got to have language to all of this that I see and I feel and I think. God, I thank you for that place, Lord, of tension. God, I thank you for that place of holy frustration, holy dissatisfaction. It's such an amazing place to be, Lord. So I thank you for them, guys. I'm not just saying that because it is a blessing. I thank you for the place of tension. God, I pray that you would help us to walk with them in the tension, and also walk with them in the valleys and walk with them in the highs. God, I thank you for those that there is hope, that there is a mass of those that are in the bowl, that are in the place of waiting for someone just to say, you have permission to burn. Someone just to say, I'll run with you. God, I thank you for them. God, every generation, turn the hearts of the fathers back to the sons, and the sons to the fathers, the hearts of the children, the hearts of the mentors together as we run in this hour, no greater hour that we get to live in than the one we've been created to walk in, guys. So I look forward to seeing you. I can't wait to see those of you that have already been in the course, the school. I can't wait to see your beautiful faces again. I can't wait to see new faces. I love you so much. And man, I hope you're as excited about this as I am. I'll talk to you very, very soon.